Hey everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is part 3 of our Korea travel series and today we're going soul searching. After we landed at Gimpo Airport, we went straight to our Airbnb, dumped our bags and ate some lunch. After lunch, we decided to go explore the Myeongdong area starting with Namdaemun Market.
We came straight to the food because we want to eat. Food of the day is a mandu and we're surrounded by a lot of fat pigeons. I'm hungry right now, but then we are in the hairtail alley and they sell different fish dishes that you can try. And all the restaurants here sell the same thing.
We had omuk properly for the first time and I really like the concept of having a stall that you can stand around, eat as many sticks of omuk as you want and get charged after.
We're at the Myeongdong Night Market. Merch. Ooh! Oh my god, this is my downfall. This is my downfall. Oh my god. Oh my god. No. Literal competitors side by side. Great way to sell something. If you watch K-dramas and you come here and see this, you want to buy what the actress wore in the drama.
We also visited the Myeongdong Night Market, which was really buzzing on a weekday night. I like the whole vibe of the place. And although the buildings are short, they are pretty eye-catching because of the colors and the number of signs and lights on them.
These taste way better than the one we had on the road.
We also went shopping for makeup and skincare at Korea's top beauty departmental store, Olive Young. Honey butter almonds are a big thing in Asia and Seoul has the honey butter almond flagship store, so you know we had to go in and get ourselves some flavors. First of all, I wanted to look for a lip product because the only makeup product I use ever is probably a lip tint. So I got this. This is the brand, it's a Korean brand, it's called Romand, I guess. And I got their Zero Velvet tint in the color 22 Grain Nude. Korean makeup, they focus more on a moisturizing finish as well as more of a softer look overall compared to Western beauty standards. So this is the tint on my hands. Let me blend it out. Wow, look at me being a beauty YouTuber. And these were on sale at Olive Young, which is Korea's departmental store for beauty and skincare if you did not know. So this one is the brand Bring Green. It's an Olive Young like home brand, I think. And I got their tea tree mask as well as their potato mask. I was already intrigued by this, so I was like, okay, let's just get both. One other thing I got to apply on my face are pore care spot patches. I was very skeptical when I first heard of them a few months ago, or rather a few years ago, and I wasn't really sure whether they really worked for me because I have pretty deep pores and sometimes I have other issues on my skin, but I've heard from a lot of people that they do work, so I was like, let's try them for myself, I guess. And the very last thing I got from the beauty and skincare portion is a calming foam cleanser from the brand Cosrx. COSRX. I got a lot of good reviews about this brand specifically, so I wanted to give it a try and see how it works. First, so I got two flavors. I've already tried both, as you can see from the packaging on the top. This one is mint chocolate. For those of you that like peppermint themed or peppermint flavored foods, you will love this. It's amazing. And this one is tiramisu flavored honey butter almonds. They taste great. I would say our second day in Seoul was the most jam-packed and busy because we decided to venture out and go and look at all the good touristy spots, starting with Gyeongbokgung Palace. And realized, oh wow, everyone was dressed in the traditional costume, so we went and rented ourselves some hanboks.
So the hairstyling and everything is complete. Outfit is on, we're walking in the sun.
And with our hanbok fit on, we entered the palace. The palace grounds themselves are pretty nice. That I saw there pretty much matched exactly all the period K-dramas I had seen. So I was happy to be somewhere where I could have Alchemy of Souls cosplay in my head. Personally, I think we were doing really well in the hanbok. The more I wore the skirt, the more I started to like it. The elegant feels, the intricate patterns, the sheer floofiness of the skirt, I liked it.
I mean, let's step up our game. Oh no, my skirt is showing. My underskirt is showing. I'm not a graceful lady. We're getting down. Hassle and a struggle.
Overall, I had a pretty good time at the palace, even though the weather was super hot, and despite a lot of people there, I managed to get a lot of cute pictures. After we returned the hanboks, we decided to go get bibimbap, aka cold noodles, for lunch because it was a very hot day, and the noodles themselves were very thick, chewy, and long, so I had fun eating them, and the bulgogi paired together with it was good, as well as the kimchi, which was spicy, fresh and fragrant, just how I like it. Next up, we visited Bukchon Hanok village, which is essentially a long street featuring traditional Korean Hanok style houses.
This is a tourist attraction, but people also live here. It's called Bukchon Hanok village, and honestly it's not vibing with me that much, but at least the flowers are cute. I like this woody vibe. A little bit woody. It's a video, yeah.
And the architecture of the houses themselves is pretty nice. I kept calling it a woody feel, and considering that it's a few hundred years old, I thought it was pretty well preserved. The whole place had a modern yet kind of comforting vibe to it, and I got myself some really good pictures near the woodiness of the house. We then visited the very hyped Cafe Onion Anguk with Hanok style seating again. Their famous powdered onion bread was gone by the time that we reached, so we settled on getting some other desserts and drinks. And even though they tasted fine, I think the cafe itself is a little overhyped, and because it's so Instagrammable, I feel like it's slowly losing its charm to Instagram. Our second to last stop today was the Dongdaemun Design Plaza, DDP for short, and it's kind of like an open museum, a very hip vibe. You can go and see art installations, themed exhibits, live music.
One side, a merry-go-round for children. Another side, a air statue. What is going on? Watch Vincenzo, final episode, Song Joong-ki is walking off on this bridge, okay, saying that he will be back. So, is he back? I need to know. The iconic Vincenzo is right here. These. It was so iconic. Joong-ki opta. Namchin opta. Nothing for me to cosplay or film here. Nobody.
Our last stop of the day was Gwangjang Market, and to all my fellow foodies, please visit this market. There's food everywhere and there's something for everyone. There's food to the left, food to the right, food as far as the eye can see. We got to see Netflix's Noodle Ajuma making noodles from scratch, and she seemed so joyous and welcoming that we decided to go and try her hand-cut noodles. And I love hot noodles, and hers was seasoned with pepper and with light notes of doenjang and spring onion. It felt pretty homey, yet a pretty good meal to have. I really liked them.
Okay, hello. So we just plonked down at another stall and we asked for assorted john. So here it is. And now we're gonna have a taste. Spring onion one. Oh, this is the pajo.
Try this. And the assorted john overall were pretty nice tasting. Greasy but pretty filling.
Oh, something looks like it's hemo paja. Seafood john. Yep.
Day 3, we planned to go to Ikseondong and Hongdae, and we started off the day with getting iced coffee. And we discovered Mega Coffee, and which we went back to several times during our trip. I got iced Americano that cost only 2,000 won, and it is literally mega, and it tastes really good. Then we set our sights on the Ikseondong Hanok village.
We're in the Ikseondong Hanok village. Not the best day to be here because it is raining. The design, so good. Oh, this is the Flower Yard Cafe I was talking about.
The first cafe we went to was Flower Yard Cafe, and it's pretty themed and pretty. The exterior of the cafe has a lot of flowers adorning it, as well as when you first walk in, And apart from that, the rest of the cafe is brick and mortar, and it has twines and leafy greens kind of as decor. And I got myself a green tea latte to drink, a hot one because it was raining, and it was fine. It tasted sweet and strong, but not too strong. And one thing that I found weird about this cafe is that every patron sitting at the table had to order something. If not drinks, food, something. Is that a common thing in Korea? That's the only time I experienced it during my trip. Let me know, I do not know. The next cafe we went to, boy, I was excited. We went to Cheese Industry, and I had my eyes set on this cafe even from Singapore itself. They do cheese making, they have their own cheese machines, they make cheeses at random times, and they also sell their cheese products. I was super excited to try this. I love cheese, I love anything with cheese. The cafe houses both their own cheeses, cheese products, as well as their signature cheesecake. And I had to get their Emmental cheesecake, and oh my god.
Take it off, okay. Cut it. Oh. Emmental and gorgonzola cheese inside. Perfect bite.
Our last cafe of the day was Nakwon Station, which is a train-themed cafe. It has a train track right in the center of the cafe, as well as desserts that come out of the kitchen on the train track. And I really enjoyed the whole aesthetic of it. I chose their tiramisu cake out of all the range of cakes that they had. The tiramisu cake itself tasted so good. Probably one of the best coffee cakes I've had in my life. It was bliss. It was absolutely amazing. After Ikseondong, we went to the Hongdae area, and it was still raining, so we mostly stuck in malls, such as this store, which I thought was so pink hue and vibey. Since we were kind of over the rain, we decided to come back, actually on our last day, with Peep, another mega coffee.
So now we're trying to reach Tar Road, and this shop apparently has had Paris Hilton visit it. So we're gonna give this one a try.
I also got to try this famous cream bun shop called Fuhaha, and I had their salted cream bun, and it was super tasty, not too overwhelming even though the cream looks insane. For dinner, we settled on some hot hangover soup which complemented the cold weather really well.
These are what, pig's intestines? Pig's intestines. Saying it randomly. Another pig. This is the pistol. I did not hit anything. This is the rifle. I hit things. You can see I hit things. Wow. Upset. Well, yes, go mid, go mid, go mid. Yes! Yeah. Whoa. Very good at this. Yes. We're not very good at this. I only got like one that was superbly close, or actually in the yellow range, but that's about it, baby.
Waiting, Jesus Christ. We are stuck. Oh my god. This day was deemed Material Girl Day, aka Shopping Day. We started our day off with tteokbokki soup and freshly made kimbap, and we came to this breakfast place every day because it was cheap, delicious, and a really good morning meal.
It is a rainy morning in Seoul again. Again and again, it keeps on raining.
After that, we visited one of 2 brown outlets in Korea where Baskin Robbins boasts to have 100 flavors of ice cream.
They have all of their flavors lined up. You can go take a look at what you would want. The entire space is really spacious and quite cute.
We got our sampler to try, and it was really good.
Mouth cleanser. It's so good. This is cotton candy.
Oh my god, you're really doing that.
Oh, I love this one. This one has poppy candy in it. This one. The mango one is good.
We made it to the biggest underground shopping center probably in the whole of Seoul. So many people everywhere and so many eye-catching clothing and skincare stores. We also visited Starfield Library within Coex Mall, and it looks super pretty and impressive both in size and how loud the place was. It was probably the loudest library I've ever been to. I have one question though. How do they get the books off of the high shelves? The shelves are as high as the ceiling. After that, we had our late lunch at the very famed Pizza Alvolo. I've seen so many K-dramas boast this shop, this specific pizza shop, so I knew it was definitely worth a try, and it did not disappoint. We got the cream cheese sticks, which are cheese sticks but made out of cream cheese, which tasted really good. Well, as pizza flavors I have not seen in Singapore before, we got their sweet potato as well as a Busan bulgogi or something. Either way, the pizza was really nice tasting and kind of on the sweet side, which I noticed is a common trend within foods in Korea, but I don't mind it because of my sweet tooth. But overall, it was a pretty enjoyable experience. On the way back to our Airbnb, we were changing buses between Gangnam and Hanam, and we got dropped off at this highway stop in the middle of nowhere, and I actually thought it was quite majestic. We were getting rain all over us because the bus stop had little shade, but the cars were fast and the sky was so blue it was hypnotizing in a weird way. Honestly, I don't know what we were thinking to have bingsu on a cold day, but it was so worth it. We did it anyway, and we got the strawberry and the blueberry cheese flavor.
Drawing the perfect bite.
Bingsu in Korea tastes slightly different to what I've had in Singapore. The ice itself is less sweet, and the sauce at the bottom of the bowl, which you can mix with the ice for extra flavor. And I thought that was a nice touch because the ice itself tasted very refreshing and not as jalat as the Singapore one.
We are at a karaoke.
Mommy! 어, 제발 주세요!
I'm coming over, call me Rover, Zoom in, zoom out, okay, zoom in, zoom out, okay, zoom in. I'll be far away. That's right. You're another big thing. Red by diamond in my bag. If you wanna see that, do it right there. Oh why, I'm feeling nosy. Now I wish I might have loved that could hold me. Now I'm crying in my room.
So that was our first 4 days in Seoul. We actually spent 3 more days in Seoul, but they are more of the big tourist attractions that you would see on a Seoul itinerary, so I decided to save that for the next video. That is all for part 1, and I'll see you guys in part 2. 다음에 또 보자.